if you can hear me, can you just put something in the chat for me so we can do business together? This is Tuesday with the Ambassador of Hope. Let's do it. Let's see who is here. We have 13 people here. Today I am streaming only on YouTube. I'm streaming only on YouTube. So good to see all of you. God bless you. We shall be talking in a minute. Please share and tag your friends. Yes, let's do that. 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 Welcome, 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 welcome. Good to see all of you. Good to see all of you. God richly bless you. Good evening to you, Pastor Jesse. Good evening to you, Daniel the soldier. God richly bless you. Kwame Nimo Boateng. God richly bless you. This is super. This is super. Let's see all of you. Let's see all of you. Go ahead. Just share. Just share. Just share. Just share. Let's do it together. Let's share. It's going to be a great night tonight. Incidentally, I couldn't stream live on Facebook, but yes, that's good. Let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. I see all of you here. I see all of you here. Let's do it together. Good evening to everybody. If we can just tag this, that will be good. It's Tuesday with the Ambassador of Hope. Yes, it's Tuesday with the Ambassador of Hope. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is great. I'm sharing. Please, can you share? Can you share with people? Can you share with people right now? Can you share with people? Yes. Please, can you share? The law is the law. The law is the law. The law is the law. Share with as many people as possible, as many people as you can get, as many people as you can. Let's do it together. Share, share, please share, please share, please share, please share, please share, please share. Go right ahead and share. Let's share. Let's share. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. I'm sharing. I want as many people as possible to get it into my feed. Yeah, I'm sharing right now. I'm sharing right now. Let's have as many people. Good evening to you, everybody. I can see Pastor Frank Biafi. Good evening to you. God richly bless you. ST, good evening to you. It is 11 p.m. here in the city of London. I think maybe you can see the beautiful skyline. I'm way up somewhere in the skies, but I will bless God for the miracle of technology. Share to as many people as possible. I'm ready to go. I don't know about you, but I am ready to rumble. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. The law is the law. The law is the law. The law is the law. Let's share. I'm taking just one more minute, and then we shall be doing our business together. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. We are live. 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 Yes. Share. I'm sharing one more time. The Ambassador of Hope is sharing one more time. Yes, I'm sharing. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is great. 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 Yes, 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 yes. We are here. We are here. It's going to be awesome this evening. We are going to be awesome this evening. God richly bless you. God richly bless you, everybody who is here. Yes, committed to service. God bless you. And listen, whilst I'm here, could you be kind enough to subscribe? Just subscribe to our YouTube page, The Ambassador of Hope. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's subscribe. Let's subscribe. Let's subscribe to Ambassador of Hope page right now, so that we can have every heavy. Good evening to you. Yes, I'm ready. All the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Pastor Richard. Listen, if you are in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, Oasis Church, it's an All Nations church over there, pastored by Pastors Richard and Ethel Senya. They've moved into their new building. They're moving into their new place this Sunday. So 9:30 Central Time. Is this CST? Please go there. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to be there one of these days. My billionaire, yes, the law is the law. 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 Whichever way it is, the law is still the law. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. I am excited about tonight. I don't know about you, but I am excited about tonight. It's Tuesdays with the Ambassador of Hope. Tuesdays with the Ambassador of Hope. Let's do that. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. We are sharing. We are sharing. Get on there and let's do it together. Every one of you. Let's do it together. Listen. We are continuing the path that we've been traveling for the past couple of weeks. We've been traveling on that same path. Hey, Wendy, Wendy, all the way from Texas. I hope you are doing well. You and your family are doing well. Brandon, good to have you here. Hey, Pastor Eunice, God bless you so much. Yanchi, you are so excited about tonight. You are all here, and God richly bless you. God bless all of you. Listen, we are teaching on what will help you. I'm giving you some practical wisdom on how to make life a success. You know, the other day somebody said to me, Pastor, life is hard. And I agreed. I agreed that life is hard. That was my reply. Yes, it's true. Life is hard. But do you know it's harder when you lack wisdom? Life is hard, but it's harder when you lack wisdom. Never forget that. And I realized that a lot of life's issues, life's problems are wisdom problems. Sometimes we are so quick to apportion blame to the spirit, sometimes to other people, and my father's house and my mother's house and the witches and the government and this and that and that and that, and it goes on and on and on. But the truth of the matter is that if you look into yourself, you realize that a lot of issues in this life are wisdom issues. So whenever you have the opportunity to pursue wisdom, please do it. Please do it. Remember, Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7 says that wisdom is the principal thing. In all you're getting, get understand. In fact, let me read it from the Passion. Listen to what the Passion, it says that wisdom is the most valuable commodity. Now, if a foolish person says that somebody is wise, it's no big deal. But when the wisest is saying that something is wise, then you got to be, wow. And God is saying that wisdom is the most valuable commodity. So buy it. And it goes on to say that revelation knowledge is what you need. So invest in it. And you know what it does? Let me show you only one verse. It says that wisdom will exalt you when you exalt the truth. She will lead you to honor and favor when you live your life by her insights. Can you imagine that? It's so amazing. Listen, in fact, I like this. Let me see what the New Living Translation says, the NLT. Let's see what the New Living Translation says. I want to see, because it's something that you must get. And please, it's going to be awesome. Episode number 140, the law is the law, part number 3. You will like this one. You will like this one, believe me. It says, getting wisdom is the wisest thing you can do. Whatever else you do, develop good judgment. If you prize wisdom, she will make you great. If you prize wisdom, she will make you great. Embrace her and she will honor you. What a blessing. What an absolute blessing this is. Think about it. Listen, and we've been dealing with this, and this has been the mother lode of Tuesdays with the Ambassador of Hope. Wisdom. To have common sense living that will make you victorious. You see, every preacher, every pastor, every leader has things that keep them awake. For some people, it's deliverance. For some people, it's soul winning, whatever. What keeps me awake is people's transformation by the avenue of wisdom. I want you to walk in this life with a lot of wisdom, because I realize that a lot of human beings don't walk in wisdom at all. And we'll be looking at the law is the law, because the world that we are living in is governed by laws. Laws help us to legislate. Laws bring order and predictability. Laws hold back society from falling into anarchy and eventually falling apart. So let me do a very quick recap. What is a law? A law is a regulatory system of rules that guide conduct and behavior. A law is a regulatory system of rules that guide conduct and behavior. I hope you get that. It also, this part is what interests me. It's a general rule. A law is a general rule that states what will always happen when the same conditions exist. What will happen when the same conditions exist, which means laws are predictable. They work everywhere. The same conditions are in place. When you are on earth, the laws of gravity work everywhere. the same conditions. We are here on earth. Unless you leave the earth orbit to go into space, then gravity has no hold on you. But right here on earth, it works. And I realized that when laws are obeyed, when laws are adhered and obeyed and walked in, there's peace. There's freedom from prosecution. There's freedom from penalties. There's freedom from some measure of pain. And the opposite holds true. When you don't obey laws, all kinds of things happen. And I have observed, I said it in one episode, that in nations, I've traveled many nations, groups, tribes, families, churches, organizations that don't respect and enforce laws are often poor, and they lack progress and productivity. So, my friend, laws are laws. And I established that there are different kinds of, there are universal laws, like the laws of gravity. The same law of gravity in Norway is the same law of gravity in Nigeria. The same law that is in Togo is the same law that is in Thailand. The same law that is in Gabon is the same law that is in Germany. That is how it is. Laws there, of course, there are civil laws. Every society has laws. In fact, the Bible devotes a whole chapter. Romans chapter 13, Paul talks about civil laws. Let every soul be subject to the authorities. Talks about paying your taxes. Talks about being a good citizen. It goes on there. Then there are relational laws. Last week we dealt with one, the law of association. You eventually become like the people you associate with. Then there are the law of the elders. Maybe I'll take that next week. It's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be painful, but it's going to be full of wisdom. And we have already encountered two laws, two different. Number one, we dealt with the law of mistakes. And we said that if you don't deal with your mistakes will deal with you. I'm not going to go in there. They are all there. And then last week, we talked about the law of association, which says that you eventually become like who you associate with. You eventually become like who you associate with. Well, today, we are looking at a very critical law. And this law, when properly obeyed and utilized, I tell you, it can guarantee you access. It can guarantee you promotion and success in life. Listen, you can have all the degrees in the world. You can pray until your teeth fall out, until the cows come home. If you don't live according to some laws, have you realized how some people who are very prayerful and yet they are broke, they are never able to hold a relationship, they are going nowhere to happen, and you wonder what is going on. And then they tell you, pray some more, fast some more, and your life is like a cycle, like a dog chasing its tail on. I want you to stop. Hear me. Enough is not a number. Enough is an attitude. Enough is not a number. Enough is stop it already. And if you have been on the same road, getting to it, and for years you haven't got there, the problem is not with the road, maybe it's your direction. There's absolutely no way in going very fast against the traffic. You are not going to go where you are going to. So all of us need it. And I want to help you today, because what I'm teaching today is going to help you in your relationships. A lot of relational troubles, marriage troubles, friend troubles, it's not helping. I want to help you today. The leadership, workplace, in fact, everywhere. And today, are you ready? Drum roll. Are you ready? I'm talking to you about the law of respect. The law of respect. Oh, yes. And this is the law of respect from the Ambassador of Hope. I said, what you respect, you'll attract. What you disrespect leaves you. What you attract, what you respect, you attract. You can put it out there in the chat. What you respect, you attract. And what you disrespect leaves you. Let me give you a quick example before we go on. It's going to be very good. It's loaded. I'm really sorry we couldn't put the notes out there because, I'm somewhere in the United Kingdom. But listen, have you heard somebody? I mean, I know it's not you. It's the people who are, as for me, I don't respect money. As for me, I don't respect money. You look at them closely and it shows. Because if you don't respect money, money would never be attracted to you. In fact, money leaves you. The law of respect. The word respect is a very interesting word. Respect. As I'm saying it right now, there are somebody who is cringing. What respect? Yes, respect. That is what I mean. Because over the past few decades, society has spent its time just dismantling and deconstructing the importance of the concept called respect. Some even don't know what respect means. What is respect? Why should I respect? But hear me. Respect is a very powerful force that will multiply your productivity. and it will multiply your influence everywhere. Respect, the law of respect. Whatever you respect will be drawn towards you, and whatever you disrespect will leave you. Never forget that. I don't respect money. Okay. If you don't respect people, people will leave you. Let me not go ahead of myself. But please. So what is respect? Let me just give you about 3 or 4 downloads of respect. Number 1, it is to have high regard for someone. To have a high regard for someone, that is respect. You respect their feelings, you regard their feelings, their rights, their wishes, their traditions. You've got to respect them. Do you know that there are people, let me just go digress a little. There are people who have gone to preach the truth of the gospel of Jesus, but because of disrespect for the people and disrespect for their norms and cultures and things, they could never break through with the culture. Oh yes, respect people. Number 2 is giving special attention to someone. You are respecting the person. You respect them to give attention to them. You respect them to listen to them. You respect them to make eye contact. That is giving special attention to somebody. It also means holding someone in high esteem. That is respect. You hold that individual in high esteem. That is respect. And then it also says, I wrote here, to deem others as distinguished or worthy. To deem others as distinguished or worthy. Listen, my friend, respect is like a magnet. Respect is like a magnet. It will instantly draw you to the object you respect. Never forget that. Respect is like a magnet. It will draw you to the object you respect. Respect will bring you entrance. In fact, it can get you into some secret places that only a few people are allowed to go to. Let me make this bold statement. A person who is respectful cannot be stopped. Oh, people may walk over you, people may think you are foolish, but let me tell, a person who is respectful can never be stopped. Your promotion is guaranteed. Look at it at the workplace. Look at it everywhere. And when I talk about respect, I'm not talking about stupidity, because humility and stupidity are not twin brothers. They don't cohabitate. No, but you understand. Respect, ladies and gentlemen. But let me flip the coin a little bit and let me say this. The other side of respect is disrespect. Anytime you say this, it means that it is negating the word. Disrespect. Disrespect is the thief that steals promotion. Disrespect is the thief that steals promotion. It is the iron door, the metal door, the steel door that stops access. Anytime you are disrespectful, it stops access. We all want access because it is through access that we get promotion. It is through access that we are lifted. It is through access that we get into places. But sometimes disrespect. Hear this. Respect or disrespect are qualities and attitudes that live in a person. Whether you are a Christian, a pagan, a Muslim, a Buddhist, Zoroastrian, animist, or nothing, a semi-detached pagan, respect and disrespect, they live on the inside of you. And just as life is lived from the inside out, so is respect and disrespect. Please don't forget, life is lived out inside out. That's why you are human beings. Everything about you is flowing out of your being. Whatever you see around you is what you are manifesting from your inside. If you have junk on the inside, there will always be junk outside. That is why you can always tell who people are many times by the ways they speak. Especially when they are under pressure, when they are angry, when they don't like situations, it comes out. When they don't get their way, it always shows what is on there. So many people who say, oh, I'm humbled. No, they are only compliant. Either they are scared or they are waiting to bite. Never forget that. But it's very, very important that you understand. For example, it's painful, but let me say it. If I come into your car, I go into your car right now, what would I see? If I tell you that, listen, right after Ambassador of Hope, I need a ride. I'm coming to you in the next 1 minute. I'm coming to your car, 30 minutes. You're going to tell me, Pastor, wait. If you tell Pastor, wait for a little time. One time I was preaching somewhere. I want to limit me. Somebody was sent to come and pick me from a hotel to the preaching. And when I came out, normally when you tell me you pick me up at 9, by 8:45, I'm sitting in the lobby ready for you. And when I walked out, this individual was busy carrying things out of the car, throwing them behind, carrying them to the back seat. And I stood there. And incidentally, my sister, my blood sister, lived just about 5 minutes down the road. I called her and I said, Joa, please come and get me. So that I told the person, listen, please go. I'll come later. I have somebody bring. So I said, go. So how could I have preached with this? Excellence on the inside of me will arrest me and incarcerate. No. So when I look into your car, it many times reflects how you are doing internally, whether you are orderly or disorderly. It is there. Listen, no one can make you respectful. It's a choice that you make. It's a choice that you make. The law of respect. What you respect comes to you. You attract it. And what you disrespect goes away from you. So, my friend, today I want to talk to you. Please be a respectful person. Respect people, respect systems, respect order, respect other people's property, respect people's good name, respect, and that will draw you to, it will bring you. Many of you are working in workplaces all over the place. And I tell people that bosses are not exactly stupid. You might think so, but they are not. They watch. Your pastors, your bishops, your bosses at work, they watch. There are things that they are unspoken rules that they are following. And one of them is they look out for those who are operating the law of respect so that they can be. I've seen people with high-end abilities and capabilities, but their disrespect alone is precluding them from being promoted. Never forget that. Here are some marks of people who are disrespectful. They are not exhaustive, but for the sake of our time, a few minutes together. Number one, I see that people who are disrespectful, many times they are full of anger. Oh, yes, they can hide the anger, but it's there. And many times the anger is unjustified. Such people, they refuse to first look inside to locate their own personal demons. They are angry with God. They are angry with society. In fact, they are angry with everybody. In fact, they are even angry that they are angry. Disrespectful first. Look at people who are disrespectful. I mean, not you, but look at people who are disrespectful. They are mostly angry. Angry about what? And you can't even tell. Oh, I've seen people as a pastor. One of my gifts that God gave to me is to observe people. I observe a lot. Trust me, I observe more people who never think that I'm observing them. From the young ones to the old ones, from little children, I can almost predict where their life will end if there's no dramatic change. And I've seen some who are so disrespectful. They are always angry. They come to church angry. They come to everywhere. And I'm asking, then sleep. Tell the world to go wherever it wants to. Get off at the 7th floor of earth and go. Number two, I realize that people who are disrespectful many times are full of fear. Fear. They are fearful let somebody take advantage of them. That's why I don't want anybody. Once upon a time, somebody took advantage of me. I'm never going to allow that. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. And you realize that fear is often rooted in the lack of trust. And you refuse to trust those who have been placed over you. So you disrespect them. The third mark of disrespecting people is that many times they are full of insecurity. They see people as threats to their own security. And so they project their insecurity with disrespect. Hello, how are you? Why are you calling me that? Yeah, full of insecurity. Number four, they are rude. Disrespectful people are plain rude. Plain rude. It's a choice that they make. They choose to make it. Some are just rude to gain attention and relevance, especially on social media. Oh, I've seen some presenters who their show from curtains to curtains is insults. They insult everybody. They insult the elderly. They insult the young. They insult political leaders. They insult religious leaders. They insult civil leaders. In fact, they insult everybody. If you disagree with them, they will insult you. And there are some cultures like that today. And why are you giving such people oxygen? I've seen people, the moment they turn on their camera to talk on their show, it's insult from someone. It tells who you are. You are disrespectful. You are disrespectful, regardless of whoever has paid you or whatever. It's not nice. You are polluting the atmosphere. Of course, that is what is on the inside of them. Rudeness. Listen, rudeness has become, it's almost like an epidemic in our society today. Rudeness. People are rude. I kid you not. And let me address Please, I think I qualify to do. Let me address the so-called anointed, our so-called learned, the so-called revelation knowledge people, and the papas who call themselves the papas and the bishops and the this and the. Let me address you. Rudeness is not one of the gifts of the Spirit. God gave you many gifts, the prophetic, the apostolic, the pastoral, the teaching, whatever, but rudeness is not and will never be one of it. Please, rudeness locks doors. Let me give you one more, then we'll get into other things. People who are disrespectful, or sometimes they have no restraints. They are not able to hold themselves back. Have you noticed people like that? They just type. They just write. They just press send. They just speak without consideration for others and their well-being. The master said that every idle word that will come out of your mouth, it shall judge you one day. Have you read your Bible lately? I know you are good. I know you are very good with your words, with sarcasm. I know you are very good at insults. But the master himself, whom one day will render account to, he said that every idle word. So this is to the keyboard warriors, the destiny-destroying Talibans who don't care about other people's future. Please have restraint and respect other people. Sometimes one word that can come out of your mouth can take food from somebody's table. One loose words that you go somewhere to go and say, so people will clap for you that you have information, which is not true. Even if it's true, do you know what you have done to somebody? You destroy people, destinies, and one day you answer to God for it. Sometimes there are things that don't go well in people's lives, and they pray, and they wonder what's going wrong. What have I done wrong? Can you look into your own life before you pray against Satan and demons who are totally innocent? Can you look inside? Hear me. There are consequences for disrespect. Remember, the law is the law. The law of respect says that whatever you respect comes to you. You are attracted. And whatever or whoever you disrespect leaves you. One of the quickest ways for me to disconnect from people is when they show me disrespect. You don't have to show me disrespect twice. Once is one time too many, and I'm out. And listen, when you are disrespectful, it can slam the door shut in your face, and it can even neuter your glorious destiny. In the book of Esther, there's an interesting case. There was a king, King Xerxes, King Ahasuerus of Persia. His queen was Queen Vashti. They were having all kinds of parties many days. No, these people can throw a party for months. I wish some of you lived there. They throw a party for months. And the king, remember in those days, the king is the sovereign, he's the potentate, his word is law. When he says come, you drop everything. When he says jump, if you have to say anything, ask how high. You have just do it. And the king sent his other friends and kings have come around and wanted to show off his beautiful bride, Queen Vashti. He sent to get the queen. The queen was busy with her friends. And you know what? She sent to tell the king, I'm not coming. What disrespect. I won't come. You know the repercussions? Read Esther chapter 1 verse 12. Is there? And you know what? She lost the throne. Queen Vashti, she was taken from the exalted position of queen of Persia. And she lost it. And that is how Esther came in. Some people lose jobs. They lose promotions. They lose access. And allow people who don't have what they have to come in. Please hear me. Calm down. Because disrespect can even potentially, it can cause some potential marriages. People are dating. I was talking to an individual the other day. This guy, he was dating this lady, and I asked for feedback, and the guy said, Pastor, the disrespect, I can't. And listen, single people, listen to me. There are some symptoms that you see that please don't overlook, because prayer don't take them away. And one of them is disrespect. When you are dating, you are finding data, you are finding information to see whether we can marry. And whenever you see disrespect, my friend, run for your life. Run for your life. Run for your life. It can destroy you. It can destroy you. It can cost you some promotions. I know you have all kinds of degrees, in fact, more degrees than a thermometer, but it's costing you. It's costing you at workplace because you are rude, you are disrespectful. You try to correct your bosses in front of everybody. You try to make them look stupid because you have a degree and they don't, but they are your boss. Sometimes God allows you to go under somebody to test your character. The law, my friend, is the law. I hope you are learning something today. And you know that respect can also open doors. In fact, close doors. Just respect. A woman had been barren for years. On and on and on she had tried. And every year they went to the convention. They went to the ISI. They went to the Grace Conference. They went to the Breakthrough Conference, the Productivity Conference, year after year, to a place called Shiloh, the convention center. Every year she went back, no breakthrough. Excuse me. Hands have been laid on her, prophetic words, nothing. In fact, a particular year, she didn't even want to go, but she was dragged screaming to the place. Her husband had another wife who was mocking her, making life miserable. One day when the morning session had finished and everybody had gone to have lunch, she determined to hang around the altar. And she started praying in agony. You know those prayers that you pray and you are sweating and tears. I'm talking about a woman called Hannah. The high priest Eli happened to be around and saw this woman, the agony she was praying. Sometimes, listen, people's speed in life is determined by what is chasing them. She was praying, maybe she was rolling, and the priest said, "Hey, woman, you are drunk. When will you stop drinking?" If it were to be today, some of today's generation, OMG, did you buy me the drink? Come and smell my mouth and see. As for you, pastors, that is how you are. You are so judgmental, blah, blah. But the woman said, "My Lord, I am not drunk. I'm a woman of sorrowful heart. I'm trusting God for a breakthrough. So my prayer is a prayer of agony. Please, I'm not." And the priest was knocked off the ballpark. And with a prophetic word said to the woman, "Go and may the Lord do your bidding." And the Bible says that in a year's time, the woman had probably the greatest prophet ever who straddled the judges and the kings. I'm talking about Samuel. What if this woman, I beg your pardon, was disrespectful? Respect. And whilst I'm that, let me say this. Let me say three things. Number one, disagreement is not necessarily disrespect. Just in case you are going to hate me. This disagreement is not disrespect. You can disagree with someone without being disrespectful. You can disagree with somebody, state your case, state where you are coming from. Do it in a civil way. No name calling, no nickname calling, no nothing. Just disagree, because disagreement is disagreement. It's as simple as that. Paul and Barnabas, they disagreed about taking John Mark with them to the extent that they split. They went their separate ways, but they did not insult each other. They did not disrespect each other. Never forget that. Please don't forget that. So you can disagree with me. You can disagree with somebody. You can disagree with somebody's position. State your position with respect. So please, disagreement is not disrespect. Number two, confrontation is not disrespectful. Confrontation is not disrespectful. Sometimes confronting somebody, confronting an issue is very necessary. In fact, Paul, who had just been born again and coming up in the ranks, was bold enough to confront the great apostle Peter, who had walked with the Lord. He confronted him. He said, "You are a hypocrite. You are dining with the Gentiles." And when we came around, he confronted the man with truth, but he was not disrespectful. You can confront without being disrespectful. You can confront with humility. You can confront. You can do that. But please, do not be disrespectful. Number three, speaking up is not disrespectful. Speaking up, you need to speak up. There are times that you need to speak up. Other than that, somebody's going to eat your lunch. Somebody's going to take you for a ride. Somebody's going to destroy something. Speak up. But that is not disrespect. You see, what makes it disrespectful can be the spirit or the attitude that you use in that situation. That is how it determines your attitude and your spirit. So it's important. I hope you've learned something. So let me do a very quick thing over here. Please, number one, respect is to have a high regard for somebody. The law of respect. What you respect comes to you. What you disrespect moves away from you. I hope you are learning something. I hope this one will help somebody. You are going to get access. You are going to get promotion. You are going to get a breakthrough. Respect. 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 It will save marriage for you one day. Maybe your disrespect cost you. May God give you another chance. He's a God of another chance. He will help you. I believe in him. I'm an incorrigible believer in God's grace and God's mercy. Respect. To give special attention to somebody, holding someone in high esteem. I said that the person who is respectful cannot be stopped. You cannot be stopped. I said here that disrespect is the thief that steals promotion. Disrespect is the thief that steals promotion. And then we went through some marks of the disrespectful. They are full of anger. They are full of fear, full of insecurity. They are full of rudeness and no restraints. They just go tongue for leather. They just do it. So I want to talk to you about, in my closing, I want to talk to you about who should I respect? Who should I respect? Who should I respect? Number one, who should I respect? In fact, in one word, everybody. Respect everybody, regardless of their estate in life, regardless of where they are. Respect. You know what it shows? It shows the caliber of human being that you are. The Japanese have a proverb that says that the rice that bears the biggest grain bows the lowest. You know why? Because it carries weight. When you are weighty, you bow lowest to people. There are some cultures, when people become big, the disrespect, the arrogance. And there are other cultures that I've seen to that. In fact, today, getting out of the airplane, I saw a man. I don't know if mommy saw. I saw a man. He was very familiar. I'm trying to think. He's a high person. There was one person who had led him from his flight. I think came where I was passing, having a chat. And the man was holding his own bags. He was moving. And I was watching. I was having a conversation with a person that the fluorescent jacket person that had gotten him out. And I was just watching. Brought all the way to where we were going through the scanning for the immigration thing. You know, he said, let me use the washroom. The man waited. I was just spying the man. I said, I think if it was some places, we'd be walking all over people. Walking all over people because maybe they had 10 people. They had bodyguards, even though nobody wants to kill them. Can we humble out? Listen, respect everybody. Don't feel inferior to anybody, but respect everybody. That is maturity. That is confidence in who you are. But for the sake of this session, let's look at some specific directions. Number one, respect yourself. Respect yourself. Oh yes, respect yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, chances are, high probability, that you will not go far in life. I have never seen a person who does not have self-respect break through to the higher echelons of life. When I talk about respecting yourself, look at yourself as expensive. I'm not saying be rude, be arrogant, throw your weight about. No. But look at yourself as a person of worth. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. You are made by God. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter how you sound, where people say your accent. No, accent doesn't make you wise or stupid. No. It's what is on the inside of you. But I'm talking about respect. Carry yourself well. Don't go about eating everybody's food because you're hungry. When you go to a party, don't become the life and the soul of the party. For them to say, so long as so-and-so is not here, we are not very happy because you are coming to dance silly. Drink yourself silly. Booze yourself silly. Eat everything. What is wrong with you, my friend? Respect yourself. Cultivate good manners. Let people pass. When you're in the traffic, please keep your middle finger down. Don't call people number one. Let people pass. Be careful with your speech. When we're talking about speech, listen, let me talk to those of you who say, as for me, I'm blunt. As for me, I speak my mind. Now I know. That is why you don't have a mind. As for me, I know people like that. It's like they go, the moment they go on social media, I'm scared. You may speak the truth, but you lack grace. You may speak truth, but you like this boom, boom, and people are watching. Could it be that somebody who could have been a door opener for you is watching, and your attitude about, as for me, I speak my mind, I speak my mind, blah, blah. No. Listen, talking about speaking minds. Whenever you meet John the Baptizer, aka John the Baptist, ask him for me. He spoke his mind, he lost his head. I'm not saying you should not speak the truth, but speaking truth to power takes a level of maturity. That's why you don't correct up, you appeal up. Oh, I wish I could teach this. Maybe one day, I think I have to teach you something about some things about the workplace, the gospel according to the workplace. You correct up, you correct down. You don't correct up, you appeal. So especially when the person who pays your pay, the person who can promote you or demote you, and you make them look stupid in front of people because you're a smart aleck. No, don't do that. Carry yourself well. The fact that you are needy doesn't mean that you sell yourself cheap. Respect yourself. You are expensive. Temporary hardships should not determine your price. When he was redeeming you, he paid a high price for you. Don't sell yourself cheap. If you are not for sale, please take down the advertisement board. Carry yourself well. Please forgive me. I don't talk normally about the way you dress or whatever, but when you are self-respected, you carry yourself, you dress well. You don't advertise everything to tell people I'm for sale. Carry yourself well. Number 2, respect others. Respect other people. How do you it's shown in how you treat people, especially people who may not be in your quote-unquote class. People who may never be able to do something for you. Listen, people may forget what you said to them, but they will never forget how you made them feel. People may forget. Just the other day, Saturday, I had a phone call. I actually didn't know who it was, but I just picked it up. And it was a woman of God. This woman humbled me. Was talking about some things, and she went on, so you picked my call. Who am I for you to pick my call? In fact, I've heard it that you answer calls, you return calls. The way you are big, I never thought you'd do so much. I mean, I felt embarrassed, to tell you the truth, because this is normal with me. It's not, and there are some of you, simple courtesy of even returning a text. You won't even do it because you are disrespectful. Is it any wonder that things don't come to you? There are people that I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking into your soul. If God gave you 1/10 of what he has given to some people, this whole world will hear about you every day. Sirens will go ahead of you. In fact, fire service departments will go ahead of you as an escort, as a motorcade. Please, don't discriminate because of people's appearance. You never know. And even if you never know, you still shouldn't do that. Respect other people. Your speech, the way you speak to people, please. Whether you are under pressure or not, the way you speak. No, and don't come and tell me, oh, Pastor, I was under pressure. No. The reason you said it is because that is what you are full of. If I took a handkerchief and I poured water on it and I squeezed it, it's water that will come out. If I put gasoline on it, if I put oil, so whatever you are full of, when you are put under pressure, that is what comes out of you. It's as simple as that. Don't tell me, oh, I was under pressure, that's why I spoke like that. No, treat other people well. Respect other people. Respect their name. Please don't drag people's names. People's names are their most expensive property. Don't destroy people's names. There are people you are like that. Just for the sake of a temporary thing that you want, you go and spoil the names of great people. You destroy pastors, you destroy kids, you destroy your friends, you destroy their names, you just destroy them. All because of some temporary thing that you want for your body. Don't do that, my friend. Don't do that. It is not good. Don't do that. Listen, when you read Philippians chapter 2, Jesus came from heaven on earth, 33.5 years. He lived here. God in the flesh, he limited himself to be at one place only at the same time. He went through lies. He went through sorrow. He went through all kinds of issues. They pressed charges, false charges, tried him in a kangaroo court, whipped his back silly, broke his skin, shed his blood, nailed him with one of the cruelest forms of punishment ever on a Roman cross. Philippians, Paul tells us that because of all that he did, God has highly exalted him and giving him the name that is above. So Jesus went through everything, for his reward was the name. Anybody who destroys your name is attempting to destroy your future and your destiny. Respect other people, respect their names, respect their confidences. When they have said things to you, even when you fall out with them, please, can you keep your mouth shut? So respect yourself, respect others. Number 3, respect the elderly. I'm choosing this because it is biblical. Respect the elderly. And I want to read the book of Leviticus chapter number 19 and verse number 32. Leviticus chapter 19 and verse number 32. I'm reading from the New International Version. Leviticus chapter 19 verse 30. It says, stand up in the presence of the aged. Show respect for the elderly and revere your God. He puts the elderly, the respect, on the same pedestal as the way you will revere God. It says, show them respect, for I am the Lord. You see that? Today's generation have absolutely no respect for the elderly, those who have walked in the wisdom and the dignity of years. Could it be? I don't know. Could it be that it's one of the reasons why the young are dying so early? Respect the elderly. There are some cultures today, social media, they will go after the elderly. You may disagree with the elderly. You may speak up, but please don't do it. The law is the law. Let me give you one more. Respect authority. Have respect for authority. We must be a people who respect authority, because it is a great revealer of your heart. Show respect of authority at work. Show it at home. Show it when God has placed somebody, or work or civil has placed somebody over you. Respect. That's why I told you, don't correct up. Don't make statements with your questions. Don't be a smart aleck. Respect authority. I hope you've learned something tonight. The law of respect. The law is the law of respect. Whatever you respect, you attract. And whatever you disrespect will leave you. Today, I hope you make a decision. I'll respect people. I'll respect God. Listen, when you respect people, you respect their time. I tell people that habitual lateness, those who are always late to church, it's a manifestation of internal defeat, and it's disrespect for other people. Disrespect, oh yes, it is. And it manifests in who you are. So please, my friend, respect. Respect money. When you respect money, you don't spend like there's no tomorrow. Respect your body, so you don't put all kinds of toxic things into your body to destroy the body. Respect your spouse. I sat at the table one time somewhere in California. A couple had invited me for dinner. And I went for that dinner, and I sat, and there was a conversation, and the man said, as for me, I don't respect women. And it was like somebody had slapped me with a wet towel. And I said, I don't respect. He said it in my native language, which made it even more painful. I lost appetite. I lost weight. And I sat quietly. The wife looked at me and she sighed. She had laid the table, she was bringing the food, and I excused myself and I said, excuse me. And they thought I was going to get something in my car. And this is true, I kid you not, 1997. I sat in my car and I drove back to campus in Fuller Seminary. They called me and little man said, wow, what happened? And I said, you said you don't respect women. And he went quiet. He said, oh, I was just kidding. I said, you don't kid with things like that. Respect everybody. And even so, man, respect women. They are smarter than us, whether you like it or not. Tonight, all that remains for me to say is this. Whatever you respect, you attract. Whatever you disrespect will leave you. I'm going to pray for you. But before then, let me remind you, all the people around the Bunu region, Bunu East, Ahafo, that is, I'm talking about Ghana. On the second week of October, I'm coming your way, October 12th, Saturday, Maximize Leadership Conference. I'm going to teach some amazing things over there. is going to be great. I'm taking a whole team with me. You know, people go to missions for everything. I have seen my niche and I'm sticking with it, leadership. When we get leadership right, we get a whole lot of things right. If you want to be a little support, there are pastors, there are leaders all over who are coming. And sometimes it's tough. Sometimes it's tough. And we want you to help us. We want you to help us. We want you to help us. If you want to, just $20 can sponsor one leader for the day, because we give them lunch, we give them material. Oh yes, you should see. Maybe next week I'll come show you some of the material that I put together, workbooks and other things, pens, you know, that I sent to them. This year we are feeding 250 widows. We feed them not just for the day. We feed them. We give them brand new clothes. We give them we give them money. We give them food, rice, oil. Last year was, I was crying my eyes out. And this year 200 are coming. 250, I beg your pardon. Mommy is going to do that. You know, so just $20. Just $20. You can cash up it to us. You can Zelle it to us. The same number, 678. Write it down, 678 896 1772. 678 896 1772. Do that for us. And now, trust me, I'm going to check. I normally don't check, but I'm going to my finance people to watch. Please do that. Love me. Do this with me. Do that. Let's go together. As it is with the one who goes to war, so is it with the one who stays by the staff. Just $20 minimum. Give us 50. Give us 100. Just indicate it. Sponsor. For leaders who are coming, let's help. You never know. Maybe you're going to sponsor the next president who will turn the nation, that nation around. Or sometimes the widows. God says that when we do good to widows, we are lending to him. When we do good to widows, we are lending to him, and God will always pay back. 678 896 1772. 678 896 1772. Please help us. Let's do that. If you are in Nigeria or Ghana or whatever, it's Telcel now. Vodafone Telcel is 028 02 something 024 024821 024821 4472 024821 4472 024821 4472. I'm going to pray for you before you go. I'm going to pray for you. 678 896 1772. Cash App or Zelle. Just do that and just say sponsor for next week. I hope you've been blessed. The law is the law. The law of respect. What you attract comes to you. What you respect, you are attracted to it. What you disrespect goes away from you. Father, in the name of the Lord, I pray for everybody tonight. I ask that as they sleep, let your presence be upon them. Let no evil bypass their defenses. I pray for breakthrough for the one that is looking for the fruit of the womb. May the Lord bless you. For the one that is looking to have your migration status turn around, may God surprise you. For the one that is sick, be healed. For the one that needs a promotion, may God Almighty help you. Whatever your need is, I pray that God will come through for you. May no spirit of mockery ever wear you like a coat. May God bring promotion your way. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of the living God. Amen and amen. All that remains for me to say is that my name is Ofosu-Appiah, your ambassador of hope. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.